Assault Rifles. M416. When it is fully kitted out with attachments, there is little that will beat a M4 in most situations. It is capable of solid damage, and has some of the easiest to control recoil for those who like to spray. It's not amazing at range, but it is certainly better than a lot of options, and is one of the best all-round weapons available. If you have the attachments, a M4 should be top of your wish list. AKM. The AKM has the highest single-shot damage of all the common assault rifles, and is great for anyone who is confident of hitting headshots. Just 2 shots to the face will be enough to take down anyone who isn't rocking a level 3 helmet, so with single-fire mode and a decent scope you will be popping heads all day long. Running the AKM as a single-shot backup R or as a pseudo sniper is a good idea. Relying on it to spray at medium range is not. M16A4. Some will tell you that the M16 is the best sniper rifle in the game with an 8x scope, despite being an R. For a time that was probably closer to the truth than reality, but with the 1.0 update and the Xbox One launch version, the M16 was hit pretty hard. It can no longer hold an 8x, and some of the stats were changed. That being said, it is still very good, especially if you have a quick trigger finger. Its burst mode is something it either love or hate, but no one can deny how strong it is in single-shot mode. SCAR L. The SCAR is one gun that is very divisive, but there is no arguing that in close to medium range it is great at spraying down foes. As a single-fire weapon it perhaps isn't on the same level as the M16 or AKM, but if you like to auto-fire, this is a good option for you if a M4 isn't anywhere to be seen. In the current meta of running double R, it is always a good choice to take one over many other weapons. SMGs. Vector. In terms of raw damage up close, the Vector is a machine, but running it without an extended mag is a really bad idea. The 13 bullets will run out in a second and you will be left stranded if you didn't hit a good chunk of them. With an extended mag and a few other attachments, this becomes perhaps the best close-range weapon out there, so always keep an eye out for one. Of course, if the blue circle is clearly going to an open area, short range is not your friend. UMP9. The UMP is perhaps the best all-round SMG. It's solid close-up, but unlike most other SMGs it can do damage at medium range as well. The big advantage is that it runs on 9mm ammo, which is so common you would struggle to have less than 100 in every game. This is always a great option for a secondary weapon and can even be paired up with a sniper. Shotguns. S12K. If you are playing in an urban area, then the S12K is your best friend. Despite being a shotgun, it has a rapid rate of fire that is ridiculously good, and the damage output will make anyone stupid enough to come within 15 yards of you fall to the ground instantly. If you can get an extended mag, then you can easily run this in duos and squads, although it is obviously poor in open areas. S686. In solo games, the double-barreled S686 can be quite the weapon. If you hit both shots at close range, then your opponents stand no chance, but if you come across a couple of people together you will lose that fight. You have to be confident when using this, as one missed shot will spell disaster. The S12K is usually a safer option. Pistols. P18C. The truth is that outside of the opening minute you are not going to want to use a pistol at all. Once you have anything better than the pistol becomes all but forgotten. That is unless you find a P18C. The only autofire pistol in PUBG can pack quite the punch, and with an extended mag can be really quite useful for clearing out buildings. You still shouldn't use it that often, but if you spot one it is always worth picking up. Sniper rifles. Kar 98K. As far as raw damage goes, the Kar 98K is by far the best common sniper rifle, but the bolt-action nature means that hitting more than one shot in a row requires a lot of time and adjustment. That being said, if you can hit headshots, then you will one-shot anyone with a level 1 or 2 helmet, so it is very valuable. With a good scope, the Kar 98K becomes incredibly lethal and one of the best weapons in the game. Mini 14. In terms of an all-round weapon, the Mini 14 is undoubtedly the best sniper. It can take on the role of long-distance damage with a good scope, and it can also be used up close if needed, thanks to a rapid-fire rate if you have a good trigger finger. The damage isn't amazing, but you should easily be able to hit a couple of shots in a row. The Mini is truly a Tier 1 weapon and one you should always look to take if you don't already have a Kar 98K or a sniper from an airdrop. SKS. The SKS sits in between the Mini and the Kar 98K in most areas. The fire rate isn't amazing, and neither is the damage, but the former is better than the Kar and the latter is better than the Mini. The SKS is always a solid choice if neither of the other top-level snipers are available, but sometimes it may be better to run double R than pick this up. It really depends on how you want to play. Take the SKS if you have a good scope and want to sit back. Take an R if you want to be more aggressive and play at closer range. Airdrop weapons. AWM. All of the airdrop weapons are amazing choices and things you should 100% run if you get the chance, but there is no doubt that the AWM is by far the best, and easily the best gun in the game. The AWM will one-shot everyone if you hit them in the head, even if they are rocking a level 3 helmet. Even if someone has a level 2 vest, it will only take 2 hits to bring them down. There really is no reason not to use the AWM if you find one. It really does feel a little overpowered. Although best of luck hitting shots if you don't have any kind of optic to put on it. That iron sight is horrific. M249. The M249 is not what you would call subtle. With a 100-round clip of 5.56 ammo, it can tear through any opponents and will blow up a vehicle in a matter of seconds. Spray and pray is really the name of the game here, and providing you have some level of accuracy, it becomes laughably easy to pick up kills at close and medium range. Of course, you need to keep an eye on ammo levels, but even with just 100 ammo, which you should find with it, it is worth running, mostly because it is great fun to fire. Don't forget to subscribe. Active Informing.